So I'm Iviana Bynum, and you can find me at ivianabynum.com, and I teach practical tech tips to the Un-Techy mompreneur. I just came up with that, and I'm so excited about it because technology comes very easily to me, and I didn't realize that that's not normal. I thought like everybody could just get it so easily. So today I'm going to teach you guys 3 proven ways to easily boost your productivity. And I say proven because they're proven. You will literally find information that shows that this stuff really works. So when you work from home, you're dependent on yourself to stay productive, right? You have to be a self-starter. You have to be motivated. Thank you, Big Daddy and Tora Carter Media for joining. Thanks, Bree, for joining. Well, otherwise, if you're not a self-starter, you're not motivated, what happens, right? You get nothing done. And also with kids, toddlers, infants, you're pretty much reacting to your environment all day. You're cooking, you're cleaning, you're changing diapers, you're doing what you got to do to get through the day and to keep the kids happy. So it's obviously more important than anything else because you're a mom. Yes, that's my day. I stop and start all day long. And I go nuts if I don't have a plan and if I don't have these 3 things implemented daily. So what are these 3 things? The first 2 are going to be totally unrelated to the last one, but I want you to, can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me better now. Is that better? Okay. So the first 2 are totally unrelated to the third one, but I want you to stay until the end because the third one is going to be really juicy and really important. So let's start with the beginning. The very first thing that I do every day that I'm the most productive ever is I wake up and I chug water. I know this sounds so dumb, but if you keep water by your bed, let's say a tall glass of water, and you chug it when you wake up, then you go and you wash your face and you brush your teeth, you are awake. This is really important for me because the days that I'm most productive are the days that I wake up around 5:30 in the morning. And I know if you're a mom or you're staying up late, you're like, oh my God, you're nuts. I'm not waking up at 5 to work. But why is it so great? Thanks, girl. Yes, invite your followers because I'm still a rookie. So, I totally lost my train of thought because I'm not used to this whole Periscope, like back and forth stuff. But the days that I'm most productive are the days that I wake up at like 5 in the morning. And I go to bed at like 10. And I'm not a morning person. I hate waking up early. I hate to just get up and it's still dark. I'm like, this is wrong. I should be sleeping. But the days that I wake up early, my kids are sleeping. There's no one bothering me. There's no one asking me for stuff. There's no one there to just distract me. And if my kids do wake up, they're usually still groggy and they're still like out of it, so they're not going to bother me that much. I can still stay in my creative zone. So what I do when I want to be successful waking up early is I drink a glass of water. I just chug it down. Then I go and wash my face and I brush my teeth. And then I go to the kitchen and here's the key. I take some room temperature water. And usually that water will be in my tea kettle. It's already like been boiled from the day before. There's a little bit left over. And I put a bunch of lemon in it. And what the lemon does is it kickstarts your metabolism and it helps to wake you up. And what I've noticed from what I've seen, there's studies, if you look it up, if you drink warm lemon water in the morning, you'll see what it does. Because I'm not a scientist, I'm not going to try to school you on all the extra stuff, but it works. And the weeks that I don't do this, I can tell that I feel heavy, I'm tired, I'm not as creative, I'm not as productive. Yeah, I'm telling you, girl, try it. Try it for a week. And then maybe don't do it for a week and you'll notice the difference. But what the lemon does is it works in your liver somehow and it starts your metabolism and it's like gets your gears going. And one of the things that I've been doing also is avoiding coffee. And if anybody knows me, I am a total coffee snob. I love coffee. I love strong coffee. I love really good coffee. We even have an espresso machine in my house, and I just can't go a day. But one thing that I started reading is that coffee, what it does when you drink it, is it affects your nervous system, and essentially like a drug, it gives you a high and then you crash. That's why when you drink coffee, you're like, I need more coffee, because it's like an addiction. So I've been implementing drinking tea, and there are teas with a little bit of caffeine in them that work pretty well. But for those of you who are addicted, like I was, you kind of got to wean yourself, because you're going to end up getting a headache. Okay, off with that tip. Number 2, this one is really awesome. Visual cues. So, what I mean by visual cues. Oh my gosh, girl, you're addicted. You're totally addicted, but that's okay. There's nothing wrong with coffee in moderation. So, next thing, visual cues. So, what I've done that has been really powerful for me is I put visual cues all around my house. So, if there's any quotes that really like fuel you and make you feel like amazing, I'm going to take my glasses off because I don't really need them right now. But if there's any like, so my saying for the year is, she believed that she could, so she did. That's one example. There's certain verses in the Bible, like Isaiah 40:31. For any of you believers out there, I'm a believer. I love verses from the Bible that give me strength and help me to be bold and brave. Okay, I'm putting the glasses back on because everything's a blur. But I love verses, and what I do is I type them out in some pretty font, I print them, and I put them through the house. You can frame them, you can put them on your TV, you can, not on your TV, on your fridge, you can put them in your office. And what I do is every single day, I find a quote that I love, and I erase my whiteboard, and I put that new quote, and that's what I'm going to focus on that day. But now what I've been doing is I've been putting visual cues all over the house. So everywhere I go, and let me pause right there, they don't look bad. If you make them look nice, I'm actually going to start giving these to the people on my list. So as a pause, if you can see this, I think it's backwards on your screen, but text the word clarity to 33444 to get on my list. The word clarity to 33444, just text that, and then it'll respond and it'll tell you to give your email address. And with that, you'll get my Instant Clarity Toolkit, and it helps you do some exercises to get stuff out of your head, get them organized, and then it helps you plan your next big projects. That's in a nutshell. But what I'm going to start sending to my list are cool quotes in nice fonts that you can print out and put all through your house. Thank you so much for the hearts. Please keep giving me hearts because I know that you're engaged. Okay. So visual cues, for example, you can put something like, a new one that I have is from a book that I'm reading. It's about leadership from John Maxwell. In this book, in case you don't know how to do hearts, all you have to do is tap your screen, by the way, for any of you who are newbies like me. But in this book, he says that he went to John Maxwell, he went to this conference like way back in the day when he was first starting as leader, and this man who was speaking said that every morning when you wake up, say, do it now, 50 times. And before you go to bed, say, do it now, 50 times. Why? Because for you to be productive, you have to do things now. You can't put them off till later, because statistics show when you put something off till later, you most likely will end up not doing. I don't know what the stats are, but do it now. So that's a new one that I am actually putting everywhere I can see. It just says, do it now. That's it. That's all it says. Do it now. So imagine, yes, hashtag do it now. Imagine if you had that. Imagine if you're feeling down, for example, or you're like not motivated, and all of a sudden you look up and it says, do it now. Or you look up and it says, believe in yourself, or you're a girl, whatever you want to put that gives you strength. Put those things all through your house, and you will see how it constantly kind of jumpstarts your brain, and it keeps you motivated throughout the day. And the more motivated you are, the more positive affirmations you have through your house, you're going to stay productive. Because, I mean, honestly, if you choose to ignore it, then that's totally your fault. You're the one. Thank you, Bill Bodacious. But imagine seeing those things everywhere and ignoring them. You can't ignore them. If you choose to ignore them, then, I mean, you're kind of just digging your own hole, right? Okay, are you ready for the very last tip to boost your productivity? Thank you for the hearts. And I'm sorry I'm not talking that loud. I'm losing my voice a little bit and my kids are sleeping, and I'm praying to God that they don't wake up until I'm done. Then they can wake up. So, you ready? The very last tip is to have a plan. What do I mean by having a plan? So, for example, every Sunday night, I sit down with my planner. I guess they're secret, but not so secret if I'm sharing them on Periscope. Okay, so every Sunday night, I sit down with my planner, and this is the stuff that the Instant Clarity Toolkit teaches you. I sit down with my planner, and I look at the previous week, and let's say there's a list of stuff that's completely unfinished. Well, I'm going to carry them on to the following week. But what I do is I do a brain dump. And this stuff I will walk you through in the Instant Clarity Toolkit. So if you want to text Clarity to 33444, you will get it right to your email. So what I do is I plan my week on Sunday night. I just use just a regular day planner, because the planning tool that I use, I'm going to share in a second, the planning tool that I use I think is even more powerful than just writing stuff in your planner. So I sit down and I write down the top 3 things that I want to complete that week, right? So this week, for example, my top 3 things are, I'm getting ready to do a wedding expo on the 31st, because I am a photographer, if I didn't share that in the beginning. So my top 3 things are, this week I need to design a postcard that I'm going to give away to the people at the expo. I need to order my backdrop for my booth, which is actually kind of a project. And then I need to update the wedding part of my website. So on my website, I want to update all my packages, I want to update my prices, all of those things. Those are the 3 biggest tasks that I need to complete this week. Then I go through and I think of the following day, and I think of 3 more tasks that I need to complete that following day, which would be Monday. And the reason why I only keep 3 tasks is because I'm being realistic. If you work from home and you have kids, you cannot overachieve. You can't do that, because you're constantly going to let yourself down. So if you only stick to 3 things that you know that if you finish that in that entire week or in that day, you will feel good, because you will most likely accomplish those 3 things. Now, the tool that I use to continue to plan my projects, and I'm going to start teaching you guys little by little, because what I'm learning is that most moms who work from home, they are not very good friends with technology. They're not very good friends with their computer. They say, I'm not good with computers. I'm not good with all these apps. I hate figuring this out. I hate blogging. I hate all this stuff. And they just stop, like they shut down. And as a working mom and an entrepreneur who works from home, you need to embrace technology. And I'm going to break it down for you guys so that you can understand. I'm going to start sharing tips, and I'm going to make them easy and actionable so that you can succeed, because that's what I want for you. So the tool that I use to do all of my project planning is Asana. It's Asana. If you haven't heard of it, I want you to look it up when we get off. And, oh, hey, Kelly. I want you to look it up. Go to www.asana.com. Iviana, Asana, it rhymes. We're friends. It's my best friend. Asana is my best friend. And it is connected to Google. Thank you. Thanks, girl. It's connected to Google, and it's completely free unless you have a team, which I think it lets you have like up to 10 people on your team. But it's completely free, and this app Once you create an account, because I want you to create an account if you don't have one, it might seem a little daunting. It might seem a little painful, but it will save your life. And I'm going to give you just a little mini rant. If you want to succeed in 2016, you have to embrace technology. If you want to succeed in 2016, you have got to embrace technology. Technology is your friend. Technology will help you. It will help you expand your reach. It will help you get to people that you never would have met, that you never would have had as clients. You have to embrace technology in the online world because it is powerful. It has helped me to completely, bye girly, thanks for coming. It will help you to completely propel your business. Completely. It doesn't matter, Kelly, who's on right now, we live in a pretty small town that's pretty behind on tech. And she uses technology, and people think, oh, you live in a small town, there's not much of a community, people are old school. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Everybody uses the Google. Everybody does. No matter who it is, they use the Google. So you have to embrace technology, and your first step is by using a tool that helps you to plan your projects, a tool that helps you to get all of your thoughts out, to set goals, to help you break things down, make lists, because that's what Asana does. So what I do in Asana is I make, let's say, a big project, and I break it down into steps, because I know as a work-at-home mom that I can't do stuff quickly like anybody else can. It takes me a lot longer than the norm. One of my kids woke up, so it's about to happen. It's about to go down. But I want you to go and make an Asana account with your Google email address if you don't have a Google email address. And if you don't have a Gmail address, man, you are missing out on Google apps. And everybody who texts Clarity to 33444, okay, buddy, just wait a minute. We'll get my Instant Clarity Toolkit, and we'll also, come here, baby. Come here. And also, as an added bonus, look, as an added bonus, I'm going to send you a little tutorial on Asana. I'm going to send you a little tutorial. I'm going to make a screen. Come here. Okay, I will. Come here. Say hi to everyone. I'm going to send a tutorial on Asana and getting started with Asana. So, get on my list, text Clarity to 33444, or you can go to ivianabynum.com and join my list there, and you'll also get the Instant Clarity Toolkit, and you will also get the intro to Asana. I'm going to help you get it started, and you can start planning some projects. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you too, girl. And share this with your friends, share this with your followers, any mompreneurs that you know that need help with tech, that really are having a hard time with tech. I'm going to start teaching you some stuff, guys.